Njani. Umuntu akanafoni la. Umuntu akanafoni. Hlengele nanga. Guys, 11 nalo. 11. Ish. Shasham. Alhamdulillah. Untuk panjat doang ini. Guys, and please guys, can subscribing to the channel. Subscribe if you can. Subscribe. Yeah, guys. Kindly subscribe. No. Zero. Dlala vele ibhola iphetheni mara ngiyala ngileveni kudala ukuthi khona ibhola lidlalayo nyani. Common AC Milan. Think second half. Bukele yona. Let me watch. Common AC Milan. Trying to break the line, Fofana intercepted it, but that's a terrible decision. Around at home to Lorient this weekend. They haven't lost at home to Les Merlus in over 10 years. However, in the reverse fixture, Lorient won 3-1 thanks to a brace from Monetization. Habib Bey is set for his 35th match on the red bench. The year after his arrival in Britain. Como versus AC Milan. Como versus AC Milan. Mighty Van de Brimp coming off for Voivoda to go a bit deeper because Voivoda's played very well. I'm not sure he deserves to go off. We shall see. Moreno. Jesus Rodriguez taking on Salamanca's. Rodriguez took it beyond the byline. Lenyon makes the save. Milan are unhappy because they thought it should be a goal kick. It is, but the referee waited.
Yeah, by the way, Salamanca is going a play that is easy to go past because it's quick, it's very sharp. That will be a great duel. And here, no offside obviously because it's a goal kick here. The foul from Fulkrug on Jacopo Ramon.
It is Voivoda coming off, so a straight swap there in that right wing position. Nicholas Kuhn hoping to make an impact. He's never scored for the club. Hasn't worked out for him just yet in Como colours. Doesn't mean it won't, and it doesn't mean that things can't dramatically turn around for the German this evening. Formerly a Celtic.
Yeah, where he scored a lot of goals. Maybe Allegri is thinking about a couple of changes as well in the middle of the park where he needs probably more legs.
Luca Pareto there, the fourth official, I think the same to Max Allegri. I'll deal with any bad behaviour. Perone. Kuhn. Not the best ball forward. De Winter away. Rabiot makes it stick. Fofana. It's broken for Rabiot again. Fulkrug release Leao, and he's done just that. Milan wants a third. Rafa Leao decided to cut inside. Great defending from Kuhn.
Yeah,
Rafa
Milan
Leao.
who lost the ball and then immediately recover. But if Leao is going to have a look inside the box, there was Salamakas coming so deep on the back post area.
De Winter's won it high. Leao bizarrely played it the way of Gabia. Jacobo Ramon. Maxence Cacré. Dubica's calling for it. Here he is now in the channel. Gabia has to pull wide. Dubicas. Maxi Perone.
I don't know what Leao was doing in that moment, to be fair.
Jesus Rodriguez away this time from Salamakers. Jesus Rodriguez. De Winter was there.
Yeah, he's a brilliant player. He's not scared to take responsibility, to take players on here in the middle of two players, going past Salamaker, going past Tomori. But there, the victory is already. Great skill by the number 17.
Ezio Simonelli gets around the Lega Serie A president. Understandably keen to see this match. Cacré's corner. Tomori heads it straight back to him.
68 minutes.
Jesus Rodriguez.
Analikim na iko
Now
iksi.
Nico pass. Cacré's ball in. Fulkrug away.
That's why your main striker is there.
Very confidently done by Jean Butet. Jesus Rodriguez. Getting away from Salamakers. That's a lovely ball in. Diego Carlos was lurking. Como good from wide areas. Lots of aerial options.
Yeah, that was a gorgeous ball from Jesus Rodriguez.
Samuel Erici and Ruben Loftus-Cheek could be the next two to feature for Milan. Certainly Loftus-Cheek would be a sensible call because of his physicality.
Yeah, and I think maybe Modric will be the one that will be replaced here. Cheeky assists from Leao, that's quality. And if we talk about quality, this is a cool finish. Half of all, and they are celebrating with the fans that travel towards Como tonight.
And they've not had to travel very far. Fans from Milan. Well, Rafa Leao hasn't been 100% fit, so that's why Loftus-Cheek has replaced him. Leao going off on the far side of the pitch, the nearest vantage point. Otherwise, you can get a yellow card. Nice to see Leao being applauded by some Como fans as well as the Milan supporters. And Fofana withdrawn for Ricci.
Yeah, so it's not Modric, but it's Ricci that is playing there. And Loftus-Cheek stays wide on the left.
Cacré. That's a dive. Modric. The referee got in the way of the pass, which is meant for Fulkrug. Marco Guida apologises. Fulkrug very unhappy. Modric a little bit more understanding. It would have been worse if Milan were chasing the game, but they do have the lead.
So we can see from the ref cam there, counted the referee is just a couple of meters away.
Danny Guindos working alongside Cesc Fabregas, plotting possible changes for them now. De Winter goes long. Van der Bremt straight to Rabiot, Fulkrug, finding Ricci. Rabiot couldn't keep it in play. Cacré felt the challenge from Fulkrug there, but did nothing wrong.
So went first for the ball, but obviously there are probably 20 kilos in difference in between the two players. Here, the sportship in between though, Modric and the referee.
That's why he won the Ballon d'Or in 2018. Luka Modric. He's 18 months older than Cesc Fabregas. Modric born in 1985, Fabregas 1987. You wonder whether Modric might be tempted to go into coaching himself, if and when, certainly when, but when is he going to hang up his boots? He'd love to have a season back in the Champions League, I'm sure, with Milan next season. I'm sure he'd love to win the Scudetto in his first campaign in Italian football. but Rossoneri, the team that he cheered for growing up. Cacre, away from Salamakers. Ricci was there, it's a corner.
Brilliant, because the ball was going to
This
meet, I think,
game is
Massimo Perrone at the edge of the box. Now they are back to the AC Milan bench
Mga pasabi
to
ko
rest a bit.
Napali yan.
Bit of a grimace there when Nkunku asked him how he was. We'll see whether he starts against Lecce. They might not need him for the first whistle against the Salentini.
Mga
Cacre with
pasabi
the
ko
corner.
Napali yan.
Como just one goal away from doing Inter a big favour in the title race. Nicholas Kuhn. Back it goes for
Kuhn.
pass. His ball in is
Thanks for the
dangerous.
subs. Thanks for the subs. Inch goal.
Samori did well. Salamakers gets distance, and now Moreno has to be careful. And he was.
Yeah, to be fair, I don't know perfect if the ball, the Nico pass deliver was going to trouble Mignan, but Tomori did well at the end. Now AC Milan staying deep, and now they are very physical with the Loftus-Cheek and the Ricci as well.
Van der Bremt. Pass. Did get a rest recently. Didn't start the game against Udinese. Cacre, Perrone, Nico pass. Trying it once again. Determined not only to score, but seemingly to score from outside the box this evening. Jesus Rodriguez. Held up by Salamakers. Jacobo Ramon. Cacre. Perrone. Kuhn. Taking on Bartesaghi, who's barely got forward this evening. Massimo Perrone. He strikes in, and it's off target.
Yeah, maybe too many touches. Yeah, Bartesaghi's been quiet, he's defending well. Here, obviously, a solution when all the opponents are defending with the numbers at the edge of the box is always a shot from distance, but you feel that you need something special to be Magnan tonight.
We have seen frequently the Player of the Match award go to an attacking player. Rabiot won a penalty and scored the goal, but personally, if Milan win this game, I'd love to see the award go to Maignan. Not sure it necessarily will, but he might well be on the shortlist, which we're going to see in the next few minutes. Como can still change the narrative here and alter the course of the title race as well. As things stand, Milan closing back to within 3 points of Inter. Ramon. Moreno. Jesus Rodriguez. Away from Salamakers. Teasing ball in. Spin keeps it in play. Bartesaghi goes down. Free kick Milan.
Yeah, great job by Bartesaghi, but a young AC Milan product here, taking the right position. And here, look, I think there is a touch, yes, from Jacopo Ramon. I think it's Tomori, right shoulder. It is blocking the young Spanish defender header.
Best not to talk about right shoulders this week after what happened to Paco Mazzocchi of Napoli yesterday in the disallowed goal for Scott McTominay. So Moreno comes off, and great to see Sergio Roberto fit again after missing a large portion of this season. He did make his return recently, and he is once again involved this evening. Came off the bench at Pisa following that thigh injury.
I'm wondering if Fabregas changed something in terms of shape. And yes, look like they are building now from the back with the 3 defenders plus the 2 center mids.
Ramon. Gambia had more time than that. He's just carelessly lofted it long. And now Milan are starting to tire. And it will be a doubly draining game this evening. Physically, yes, they've had to chase the ball a lot, but also mentally staying switched on to keep tabs on these young Como players.
Brought down and struck by Nico Pass, just for a change.
Very limited
If
to
he's got
10.
some room, he's going to
Every
try
Madrid,
from distance.
Nico Pass.
Here, a kind of half a
Look
volley,
at me,
yes.
Bora.
It's not easy
Nico E.T.
to have a clear shot under massive pressure from Duvikas as well.
He was saying to his Greek teammate there to get out of the way so he could hit it cleanly. Magnon's finally put a foot wrong, he slipped as he took the goal kick. Jesus Rodriguez, away by Tamori, Fulcrum peeling away. Diego Carlos too strong for the German.
Yeah, brilliant. And now because Fabregas changed his shape, they're going to defend with the back three line. Diego Carlos will face Fulcrum every single ball in the next 13 minutes.
Fulcrum's gone down holding his face, claiming he was caught by Diego Carlos, who we did see clash with Marcus Thuram during Inter's 4-0 win over Como. Cacré, through it goes. It was behind Perone, who wants a corner.
And probably now AC Milan players are complaining about Guida decision. Fulcrum was being hit on his face and here the ball towards the number 23. Oh, come on.
As you said earlier on, he's a big boy, 20 kilos is what he had on. Cacré, I think it was, wasn't it, that he collided with there. It's a pretty good physical match between him and Diego Carlos. Nicolas Fulcrum said in his unveiling 6 days ago that he wants to get back into the Germany setup, that having played a Euro and a World Cup, he wants to be part of the Mannschaftsplans again. Feels he can score goals regularly if given the opportunity. After being prolific in his native Germany, didn't work out in the Premier League with West Ham United. First things first, he needs to stay sharp and fit.
And obviously he will be the target for the next 12 minutes from long ball.
Good touch from Loftus-Cheek, it's run for Rabiot. Bartizaghi just lent into Kuhn, De Winter, who's done well at left centre-back with no Pavlovic. I'm sure you've had head injuries before. 9 stitches just above his eyebrow for Pavlovic. Will he be okay, do you think, for the Lecce game, or is it a longer-term injury than
You know,
that?
there as a player you want to play, but maybe no, it's all the doctors has to take a decision. I don't know if he'll wear a special helmet or something like that, but he's a soldier and he will do his best to be involved in that game.
Bartizaghi for Rabiot. Diego Carlos slipped, that could have gone wrong. Tamori. Now Salamakis contests Jesus Rodriguez defensively. Shoes on the other foot. Ricci with the cross. Corner kick.
Yes, and now AC Milan doing well, involving the number 4 after a good Tomori ball. And now they've got the chance to kill the game, especially with the physical presence now they've got in the box. And Bartizaghi is going to take it.
Third goal for Milan probably means game over for Como. The Rossoneri have struggled from set pieces. Allegri's addressed that. He said he wants more goals from dead balls. Bartizaghi with the corner. That's probably why they're not scoring many, but Loftus-Cheek brings it down. Salamakis. They'll get another attempt.
Yeah, probably the target was the back post area, but the ball was too slow and too high. Loftus-Cheek chest it down and gave AC Milan another opportunity from corner.
So they say in Italy, palla al campanile, the bell tower.
Look at me.
I think they talk about moon balls in tennis when you hit it up in the air. It's quite an effective shot in paddle, though, which is very popular amongst former professional footballers, especially in Italy. Modric takes the corner. Loftus-Cheek couldn't keep it down.
Yeah, Bute was caught off his line. It's not easy to come off your line. Look the amount of bodies that are there, or are big boys.
essentially became an empty net there for Loftus-Cheek as Butte was taken out of the game, and had the Englishman headed it down and kept it on target, we might have been talking about Milan's third goal. And good night, Como. Ramon, Jesus Rodriguez, Sergio Roberto resisting the charge of Fulkrug. Here comes the shortlist for the Panini Player of the Match. Maignan is there. Cacre. Ramon. Overhit for Jesus Rodriguez. He's kept it in play. No.
I'm not sure if the ball was completely off the field. There, Ramon doesn't have to rush the pass. Just take an extra touch. 2 touches were enough. No. AC Milan with maybe the most important 8 minutes of their season so far.
Tomori's clearance not the best. This is Nico Paz trying to win a free kick or a corner. It's managed neither. Gambia keeps it in play with the curl. Diego Carlos under pressure. Fulkrug penalised.
Diego Carlos, as soon as he felt Fulkrug foul, he went down under pressure. But Fulkrug had a decent impact in terms of will and desire to work hard for the team.
Tutta la curva comes the cry for Nazini Gaglia. Jesus Rodriguez away from Tomori. Rodriguez, Nico Paz with the attempt again. Maignan prevents the corner.
Yeah, but incredible the amount of chances that Nico Paz is able to create inside his game. Look here. Not the perfect connection, was not easy. Gabe is another one who's having a decent game so far. This is an easy catch for Maignan.
Would have been ironic had Nico Paz scored with a miss hit, having struck so many balls cleanly, beautifully tonight. Might be more movement on the Milan bench now. Short trip back to Milan for those Rossoneri supporters, but it might be a very enjoyable one. If they can hold firm for 6 minutes plus added time. Jesus Rodriguez, fouled by Salamakis. Thought we were going to see the first yellow card of the game. Instead, Marco Guida's getting out his spray, and Jesus Rodriguez asking for the caution.
I think at the moment it looked like the solution that is working very well for Como. The most dangerous one is feed Jesus Rodriguez in his feet. And now they've got another chance from a dead ball.
Cacre with the set piece, Maignan able to catch. And whilst Inter are still the front runners in Serie A, Zachary Atakame on the way for the Rossoneri. The last time Milan won the title, their 19th Scudetto in the 2021-22 season, Mike Maignan was outstanding all campaign long. Here's Fulkrug, beaten to it by Butte, but Fulkrug was offside.
Yeah. There could be a similarity between those two seasons. AC Milan desperate to reach Inter in the second star level. And you never know what's going to happen because Max Allegri knows how to win Scudettos.
This one's 6 of them, 1 with Milan, 5 in a row with Juventus. Modric comes off for Yashari. Zachary Atakame also comes on too. Allegri very happy with the contribution once again from Luka Modric. You've got a rest in Florence. Ibrahimovic looking nervous. Confirmation that Salamakis has come off for the more defensive-minded Swiss defender, Atakame. Como have 4 minutes to try and force an equaliser. Cacre. Jesus Rodriguez. Perone couldn't control, but he's won it back. Perone. Magnon's handling has been spot on tonight.
Yes, look like now they are really, really determined. And here, massive mistake under pressure by Tomori. But luckily for Magnan, there was a deflection.
It's long towards Fulkrug, who flicks it on. Ricci couldn't get there, he just hesitated. Otherwise, he might have been able to go round Jean Butet.
Yes, Patrick, I don't know if it was a kind of scare to go in a 50-50 challenge with the goalkeeper. Was the chance to kill the game with 3 minutes plus to go.
Rabiot might be tempted. Yes! The Rabiot show tonight at the City
C'è
Gagna.
preso a
It's all about the French midfielder. Involved in all 3 goals.
upejile
And
photo
just as the Rossoneri were struggling for the
thola
finish
tongibona
line,
wambonye lesimele
Rabiot
mekhuwa
pulls them across it.
And the way they are celebrating tells you a lot. This man, that's why they signed him. That's why Allegri wanted him back. As soon as they saw the opportunity to bring the Cavallo Pazzo back, we're working with Allegri. And he finds here his personal brace. And this man can be the difference with Magnan in the title race.
The French connection tonight, Maignan between the sticks, Rabiot marauding from
Wish I had
midfield,
a goal.
winning a penalty,
Boom.
scoring twice in this second half. And didn't he take it well?
Long throw and Fulkrug doing what he's been brought for, winning battles there. I'm not sure about Bute's starting position. He probably cannot see the ball because he's going maybe low in the bottom corner. This man is producing another masterpiece.
The loving will continue between Allegri and Rabiot, very fond of one another. Leao grinning from ear to ear as well. And Rabiot, who'd scored 1 goal since his summer move to Milan before tonight, now has 3. And this was all about him. Fulkrug is interested meantime. Como losing their heads. But what a response this is. We expected Napoli to beat Parma. They did. They were at home. We expected Inter to beat Lecce. They did, but only just with a late goal. Milan weren't necessarily expected to become the first team to win at the City Gagna this season. It looks like that's now going to become reality.
Yeah, because maybe the other 2 games, Napoli and Inter were expecting to beat them easily, their opponents easily. AC Milan here knew exactly that was going to be an hard game. And the first half was an hard game, but they dig in, they dig deep, they suffered, but now they managed to win it. And these are massive 3 points.
And that's exactly what Allegri wanted. Just to stay in touch with the leading pack come March. Then he says, we'll see whether we're in contention for the Champions League. We'll see whether we might be able to strive even higher up the table. Perhaps for the Scudetto, why not? Might become another duel between the 2 Milan clubs for the Scudetto. Sergio Roberto. Van der Brent, back by Cacré. We're into 5 added minutes. Jesus Rodriguez using the runner. Still Rodriguez, tripped by Tomori. No, the referee saw no foul. And Milan can counter. Fulkrug trying to stay on side. Tomori very calm. Ricci can't get there. But now he has the ball. A reminder, Inter chasing domestic title number 21. Milan looking for their second star for a 20th. The first yellow card of the night comes in added time.
For Jacopo Ramon, who lost his cool there against Tomori. Look here, don't need to do that. But probably, Patrick, I think the difference was the first goal that AC Milan scored on the penalty by Cuckoo. Because Como were in complete control. They created so much. This happened often, no, Patrick? When you dominated a game, Maybe you concede and you have to start again. Then maybe it's too late.
That is still a weakness in young Jacobo Ramon's game. He's only just turned 21 on La Befana Epiphany, but did just serve a one-match ban for picking up his fifth yellow card. He didn't play against Bologna. We saw him also riled by the experienced Gianluca, the Spanish defender. Those 5 yellow cards can quickly mount up. Fabregas won't want him to keep picking up cautions. It's very unlikely Como are going to score twice now in the 3 added minutes that remain. You never know. Van der Brent. Good. Away from Bartizani and Rabiot. Perone. The Shani's there. This is Nico Paz. Rabiot finally dispossessed. Good. Van der Brent. To the outside of his boot. Rabiot will have it, by the way. I think we can safely say Rabiot will be getting the Player of the Match award, edging out Mike Mignon, who's also played a key role in this Milan victory. Nico Paz. Fabregas is very bullish, though, about his principles. Jesus Rodriguez with the ball in. Fabregas has occasionally said in the past, rather mischievously and slightly disingenuously, sometimes I go to bed dreaming about how I'm going to lose tomorrow. He's all about the process and the long term and his players learning the lessons of these matches, but he's been schooled tonight by Max Allegri.
Guys, it's so song
Max Allegri
as well.
knows what a team needs to win trophies. That's his study.
Let me let
Even if
sing in the
he's not
Ghana
playing
shift
there
Green
for
apples.
football,
Nico Paz, that was a mamma mia moment. Perone